I just did it. I just did it. I just did it. I 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 think. Dungaree doll. I had that record when I was a boy. Well, here it is, Monday night. And we're going to wait and see what the lighting looks like. Oh, that doesn't look too bad.
It looks good.
Oh, who is the voice?
It's the voice.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
No, it's not a surprise, but I do have makeup on.
Listen, after what came out of your mouth at the last live sale, I wouldn't be surprised at anything.
I'm a man of many talents.
Now, let me. Well, I might as well bring you in because they already hear you, and then that way you can help me say hello. Because I'm not good at all the hello stuff. I can't see the screen. I got astigmatism. I got bad knees. But I did trim my face.
You have a corn that won't heal.
I have my summer goatee now instead of my winter whiskers, you know?
Yeah, I was lazy this morning. I didn't shave.
Ooh. I like to...
I left the house at 6:05.
Is it a long... Well, let's bring your face in. Is it a long commute to work?
About an hour.
You have an hour's commute each day to and from?
An hour if I'm lucky. Sometimes it's an hour 40 minutes if I'm late.
Wow. An hour and 40 minutes?
Yes.
I never had that type of what was the most commute I've ever...
It's just the traffic. It's just we're not, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. It is what it is. I only go in twice a week, so I really don't complain. Bring me in.
Oh, wait, Briar. You talking about the item that you won? Or I'm sorry. Yeah, you got the cake stand. I don't have that piece of paper in front of me. Did you win a prize? Yes, there is one person, and you're probably it. Because I couldn't, and I got the picture. That was a beautiful picture that you sent. Yeah, the prize. You already have so much. Let me ask you a question, because I saw your shelf. Do you want a creamer to fit somewhere on that shelf? Help me, Rhonda. Wait a minute. Let's see what she says, and then I'll bring you in, David. I don't want to miss what Briar says because I'm asking her.
Oh no. Don't miss what Briar says.
Oh, she says surprise me. Okay. I've got to do something. Let me bring David in.
We'll do a little ventriloquism today.
What is that?
My lips are sealed. I have new makeup. I've been going to a dermatologist.
You know what I want to sing? Her hair is Harlow gold.
I love that song.
Because she got Betty Davis eyes.
Sweet Kim Carnes.
I miss her. Is she living, Kim?
Yes, she's alive. She is alive.
I'm taking care of some business. Tell a joke, David. Do a dance. Your hair looks good.
Does it?
Well, yeah. I guess.
My belt looks good.
I have gone down 2 holes in my belt.
Oh wow. You're shedding your winter weight off.
Yeah, I've been out of my holiday pants for a couple months now. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Dance. Everyone's seen me dance. I am a horrible dancer. My best dance moves are from like David Byrne, Talking Heads. I mean, I can do this all day. I can do this all day. The you know all that. I'm down with David Byrne stuff, and that's all you're gonna get. And
Trust
I'll
me. He's telling the truth, everyone, because I had him in here. I had him dancing in my living room with a lampshade on his head.
horrible.
It was terrible, David. It was
I
terrible.
had to pay Scott to allow me to dance. That's how bad I am.
And boy, did I close the Venetian
He would
blinds.
have none of it. He said, "You will not cut rug in my 1920 bungalow."
There will be no dancing in my house tonight. It could lead to something. No dancing.
He said it in German. He was cussing me in German.
Cussed you out. Du fett Schwein. I wouldn't do that.
So belittling. Scarred for life. I'm scarred for life.
You had filet for dinner? What?
I was scarred for life.
Oh, scarred for life.
Yes.
Oh, somehow I think you've gotten over that. Listen, I understand that it's really been hot and humid and where you live. It has cooled off here. In fact, I think we only hit 70 today, and I looked at all next week, and we're in the 50s and the 60s. It's going to be nice. Nice. No air conditioning.
96 today. It was horrible.
How easy is it to cool your new house?
Oh, it cools very fast. Tammy gets mad at me because I have it so cold in here. I crank it down. It's very comfy at 76, 75. Sometimes I'll bump it up to 78, and it's very comfy in here. Ceiling fans circulate the air. We're fine.
Okay.
If you start working and you're mopping and sweeping, of course, laundry, it's going to get hot. We'll bump it down to 74. It cools fairly quick. So it's a very well built house. Very efficient, as the engineers like to say. Yes, Tammy gave me a haircut. I needed it. Ooh, look, I have the ring eyes.
Well, I would like to thank you for doing what.
Say it.
I don't see ring eyes. I see ringworm. I do want to thank you for helping tonight. And
I'm just here to converse. I'm not helping you.
You sure am. And before anybody says anything, because I know they will, because they've been asking me, where's your grandfather's ring? You don't wear it anymore. Well, I've got it on tonight because, that's what happened to it. It's gone. And guess what? With all the things that I have to pay for right now, there ain't no money to have that restored. So that's the reason why I haven't been wearing it, because the black onyx piece fell out. But it was in my little, I needed some quarters for the bridge. And I said, well, I'll put it on. So there it is. But the, oh, well, someday, I guess.
Put it on a to-do list.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. It is Monday night, and it's time for a live sale. Thank you, everyone. Tammy, thank you for letting me participate, David, in the Peddler's Train. It was a lot of fun. There were a few things that did not sell. I'm bringing them tonight. Yep. So whatever didn't sell from my drop sale, I brought tonight. And then I'll just take the drop sale down. The drop sale items, I already sent out all the invoices for them. And I wrapped everything, but didn't pack anything. So if you win something tonight, you'll get an invoice for it. But if you won something in the drop sale and it's small enough I can pack together, there'll be a shipping adjustment for you in the invoice that you get tomorrow morning for whatever you win tonight. You got that? Okay,
Got it.
so thank you, everybody. That was a lot of fun, and I know a lot of you like a lot of you enjoy the drop sales. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Karen is moderating. I'm going to ask everyone, please let David and Karen do the moderating. Let them handle it. That's what they're here for. You guys just sit back and enjoy yourselves because it's later than you think, right? So enjoy yourselves. David will do the starts and stops, and he'll call the winners. Karen will be there to make sure I'm not forgetting to say something or if there are any questions. And David can jump in at any moment. I see Old Headley Vintage is here. And so are the Revive It sisters. They moderate for me sometimes. They can relax tonight and enjoy if they'd like to. I'm so glad that you guys are here. And I know you guys participated in the drop sale as well. It was a lot of fun. Getting all of that out of the way, I ship out of Southern New Jersey. We're going to sell some items tonight. If you don't have a PayPal account, that's okay. I can bill you as a guest. But make sure that you write to me. And even if you bought something from eBay, I can't cross-pollinate that information. So even if you won something on eBay before and you're new tonight and you win something, please write to me and let me know who you are, where you're from, what's your name, what's your address, do you have a PayPal account, and what's the email address that you used when you created your PayPal account. Shipping is extra. I use Pirate Ship, and I pack in American-made, brand new boxes that I purchase. Not those cheap, flimsy things that you get from over the seas. La da dee 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 dee.
Our Teamsters.
American-made boxes, yes, and packing materials. I can't think of anything else. If I'm missing anything else, or if there's something that you need to ask me about thus and such, there'll be a few moments at the end of we can chat a bit at the end of the sale. So I like the sale to be about the business. So if you're asking me other things, don't get annoyed if I'm not talking to you because I can't really talk about other stuff, sort of during the sale. But we'll leave maybe an extra 10 minutes if we need to do a chit chat at the end. David will sell something during intermission. Yeah.
I will.
Yes. And I already know what it is, and it's a great piece.
Yeah, it's an item that has not been claimed from the drop sale. So,
do you want to flash it or surprise them later?
We'll surprise them.
Okay.
Because then someone will claim it on the drop sale.
Okay. Well, then in that case, David shall retreat into the green room in little tiny pieces, and I will hold this up and ask you, boy, wouldn't you like to put your bananas in that? Or if you have a bad arm, boy, that could just sit right like that. It'd be perfect. It's milk glass and it's $19. No chips, no cracks. It's a big one. It's unmarked. And, in Westmoreland, Indiana, who am I thinking of? Who else did Ellie Smith? There's a whole bunch of milk glass people.
Borden.
Who?
Borden.
Yes.
Borden milk glass.
And anyway, this is a nice big one without any chips or cracks. I hope my lighting is okay. This is the only piece of milk glass tonight. It starts at $19. It's a heavy one. And it measures 12 inches across. And it stands 9 inches tall. It's not Fenton Spanish lace, but it reminds me a little bit of the sort of Spanish lace design that Fenton had on some of their milk glass. So there it is. The funny thing is that when it came out of the mold and it was not hot, it was a cake stand, right? And then while it's hot, they take a tool and they take the sides and they go just like that. And there you get a banana boat or whatever you want to put in it. Nice, heavy, thick milk glass, no chips and no cracks. $19 is where we're starting. And you can jump in. I don't see any opening bids on that. Oh, the lighting is great. Good.
Lighting was fantastic.
Oh, I hope so. Okay. Because I moved some lamps around and I'm back out here in the dining room instead of being back in the little room. $19. Nobody's interested. Karen, David, if you'll get ready with the stop, because if things don't bid, I don't count them down. I just put in a hard stop and then we bring them back, because I don't want to encourage folks to wait until the threat of the stop to start bidding, because you miss out. That's how we get, because of the lag, and I hate for people to miss out.
Well, Mazda Girl has a bid.
I see that.
19.
I see that. I just wanted to explain that that's the reason why I do that. I know that not everybody does, but that's just kind of the way I do it. And then that gives me a chance to bring it back if we need to at the end of the sale. But since we have a bid, we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And that's heavy. Ugh. And the banana. Oh, I've got some vanilla ice cream in the refrigerator. I'm going to have a dish of ice cream when I finish broadcasting tonight. It looks like the only bid we got was from, let me back up.
Mazda Girl, GRL.
Mazada. Do I know you, Mazda Girl?
Does he?
I don't remember that I do or not. It's quite all right if I don't. Bear with me for a second, good folk.
She says no, but she watches all the time. I've purchased from Vinny. So go ahead and send your information to Scott before the show ends so that he is comfy and doesn't have to chase you down.
And Mazda Girl, make sure in your email that you tell me what your real name is and that you are also known as Mazda Girl. Because when people don't do that, then I can't connect. I don't know who's who. So do that. Give me your shipping address. Let me know if you have PayPal or not. If you do, what email did you use when you created your PayPal account? If you don't have PayPal, you have to let me know. Otherwise, I'll send an invoice and you'll never get it. It's a different way that we send it when folks don't have PayPal. So it's perfectly fine. And thank you. I'm so glad you came over from Vinny's channel. It's great to have you.
Welcome.
Okay, next up.
I just said welcome.
Starting at, for Pete's sake, let's do this, because this was in my drop sale. It has a crack on the back of it, which doesn't really compromise its use. But at $12 is where we start. Made in Japan. On the catch-all or planter, I really wouldn't put plants in that, but you sure could. There are a couple of chips on the pawls down here at the bottom, but when the thing is sitting like this, you don't see it because they're mostly under. It's right here. So there's a little chip there and there, but as it sits flat, it looks just fine. And then, as I said, it was too cute to pass by, even though there's a very tight crack. Pardon the expression. Thank you, David. Right there. And see,
I didn't say anything.
Because
I would put air plants in it.
That would be wonderful. What kind of dog is this?
I think a corgi. I agree with
I think they
Susan.
are Siamese cats. The length of it, Carmen, is 6 inches in length, and it stands about 4 inches tall. So 6 inches in length, 4 inches tall. Probably made in NAPCO or something like that. Japan after the Second World. Probably made in the 60s. Aren't they cute? And it is, we already said what it is. Any interest? Carmen has interest at 12. We will count it down. Anybody else jump in there? Not that I want you to beat Carmen out, but hey, this is the way it works. Carmen, I can't wait to find out what entree you ordered, and you know what I'm talking about. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Ugh. Oh.
Okay, Carmen, those are yours at $12.
Thank you, Carmen. Starting at $15, I have a Fostoria American. Yes, it is Fostoria American, and it's a very small vase. It's in excellent condition without chips or cracks. The American pattern was introduced in 1915 or 16. I can never remember which year it was, but it doesn't really matter. It stands 5 inches tall and 7 inches across the top. So it's a 5-inch tall, 7-inch diameter. I know it looks like the size of a spooner, but I think that maybe that, well, and since it was introduced in 1915, if you want to put spoons in it, put spoons in it. But I think
And has
Fostoria,
your first bid at 15.
thank you. I think Fostoria actually created this as probably as a small vase rather than a spooner. Spooners were sort of on their way out.
Mark Peterson at 17.
And you know, nice and fire polished. I have been starting to buy some pieces of the Fostoria American because it is very popular. A lot of people have it. So a lot of you already have your cups and saucers and that kind of thing. But perhaps you need an occasional vase. And there it is. It was one of the longest running patterns for that particular company, 1915, 16. They kept making it up into the 80s when they finally went.
How long?
How long?
Mm-hmm.
I just told you. From 1915 to the 80s.
That's a good run.
It was. Did I ever tell you that I ran a marathon?
Twice.
I did not ever tell you that. I used to do a lot of running, and then I had surgery on my leg, and I can't really do it like I used to. We'll count this down.
And is that 24 now?
Yeah. Yeah, Fostoria is wonderful for clarity. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And if you are looking for certain Fostoria pieces, write to me. I will look for them. And I've done this for people. A lady out in California wanted punch cups, and she wrote to me, and I've shipped her a whole bucket load of punch cups. Mm-hmm. Is it Patsy M at 28?
It is Patsy M at 28.
Patsy M at 28. 28. Patsy M gets it at 28. Thanks, Patsy. I appreciate it. Look, I've got these 2 salt and pepper shakers. These are not antique, but they're crystal. And I'd like to offer them to you tonight for sale. And I'd really like to do that. So why don't I do that? I will do that.
That goes with the theme for tonight. That's very good.
What does?
Bringing stuff for sale.
We'll start it. Now these are heavy, beautiful crystal salt and pepper shakers. And those lids are not plastic. They're metal. with chrome, and they screw on and off just as they should. You know how many times I've done that and got pepper all over my pants in the front seat of my car? Ugh. You know, people do donate salt and pepper shakers to thrift shops, and they don't take the salt and pepper out.
Oh, I know. And Tammy buys them that way.
Ooh, does she use
What's
it?
your start?
19. These are nice. They're heavy. They're crystal. Probably made either in Japan or Czechoslovakia. Probably made in Japan or Czechoslovakia or the Czechoslovakia then. We know now that Czech Republic. These made sometime after the Second World War. But very nice. These would be lovely as a gift, or just if you need some nice crystal salt and pepper shakers. The lids fit on beautifully. They're not marked or signed or anything. These would have had little, like rice or something else, little tiny paper stickers on the bottom is usually what I find. Hold it still. Very hard for me to do that. You know I don't say stay still. You've heard of restless leg syndrome? I got whole restless body syndrome.
Tammy says she has restless leg syndrome, and it's when she's idle towards bedtime, finishing up a video or something, and she does this number like, and she'll like kind of move her leg and reshift, and I'm like, never heard of it.
Maybe she does. Scott, are you familiar with Fostoria American lady stems? No. I'm not, but I'll go take a look at them. Does Mark Peterson have the high bid of 27?
He does.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And if you're from the Philadelphia area, you remember a famous television chef that used to come on the news at night, and he had an accent, and he would always say, add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Who was
Chef Boyardee.
That is not who it was.
Chef Tell.
Who?
Chef Tell.
It was Chef Tell. How do you know that? He was from Philly.
He was my second guess.
A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I thought he was from Philly. Maybe he wasn't. I mean, not from Philly, obviously, because he's French or Italian or something. But he used to come on. He would be on like TV around here.
Okay, Cynthia is your winner at $30.
All right, Cynthia, I've got to know which one you are because it gets very confusing for me because I have 8 Jacquelines and I've got 5 Cynthias. So when will you write to me, Cynthia? Please, because if I just go in and search for Cynthia, I'll get 5 or 6 different ones and I won't know which Cynthia you are. And then you'll have to have sympathy for me. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate it. But if you'll just write to me and make sure that I know what Cynthia you are, okay? Will you do that? You will do that? And that was at 30?
Yes.
So you hear me? You hear me, Cynthia? I got to keep my Cynthias straight. Will do, Dana.
A little advice for Tammy with her restless leg syndrome.
You'll email me? Okay, Patsy, thank you. I'll look for that. Cynthia, I'll look for your email so I can make... Oh, Cynthia says, okay, I will. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I hope you understand why I have to do that. It's because I don't know which Cynthia you would be. This is a piece of... it is 8:30. We've got 342 people here. Thank you for being here. 342 people. If you get a chance to give me a thumbs up, I would love it. Look, David, Tammy is going to have to sit on her hands. Tammy, starting at $18, I don't have 1. I have 6. And you know that these are right up your street. There's 4 of them. There's 6 of them. Dessert cups from the house of Marcia Brady. They're marked made in the USA on the bottom. And they are also made by the Federal Glass Company. Federal Glass Company, and they're way, way cool. They almost look like, remember those chairs in the 70s? That looks like one of those chairs. I mean, obviously it would have a seat, but no chips, no cracks, clean. I'll tell you what, they've not been murdered in dishwashers.
That's what I was wondering.
What, if they'd been murdered in a dishwasher?
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't bring it if they were.
I wouldn't bring
stay
it
on
if
the
they
show.
Look at the luster. And when I say luster, I don't mean luster wear.
Right.
I mean that when these things go in a dishwasher, they lose. You know what these look like. They look like those murdered Pyrex bowls. It's awful. Gina Mackey has the high bid of 20. The Velvet Lounge Life is now at 21. Oh my gosh, I could sit there and listen to my Sonny and Cher records and eat me some chocolate chip mint ice cream out of these. Do you love them, David?
I know Tammy would love them.
I'm going to count them down. They're chip-free, crack-free. 10. The high bid right now is $24. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On these wonderful, probably early 70s Federal Glass, a set of 6.
Oh, Haley's gonna bid $54,000 for them.
Well, I'll tell you what, I could use it.
Haley's gonna get free shipping.
Haley, there's my new HVAC. I can pay off the truck. I can get my whole HVAC set up before October gets here.
He can go have that fitting for his new mohair suit.
Woo! Get my grand.
Jenny Mac is your high bid at 36.
Jenny Mac gets them. I just put another box in the mail today for you, Jenny Mac. Those were fun. You guys like the things from the, I like it when I find kind of wacky things from this that are so quintessential 60s and 70s.
I tried Tam Tam.
Anchor Hocking, 1940s, very Art Deco looking, $14. Candlesticks, there they are. What else can you say? 10, no, just kidding. They are candlesticks. They're from the 40s, 50s. They're made by the Anchor Hocking Glass Company. I love them. They're very Deco looking. They stand 4.5 inches tall. They're not chipped or cracked. And there are no, the glass didn't break the bowl or the capital or all the different things that everybody says. There's about 6 different things everybody calls the spot where you put the candle. But they're not cracked. And that's what it, come here to me. That's what it looked like. And I like this pattern. I guess I like it because it's kind of Deco. And look at the base. It's kind of nice for Anchor Hocking, isn't it? Mo has a bid of 14. Mark, you and Mo and Mark both have bids of 14.
Mark is first at 14.
Scott, will you sell signet rings? I rarely have jewelry. I wanted to get into jewelry at one time, but it was just, there's certain things like coins, baseball cards, jewelry. I mean, those are so like intense. And so no, I don't have any signet rings. In fact, when I go to thrift shops, I don't even look in the jewelry case. It's just not one of my, I'm not conversant enough with jewelry. Thank you for asking. I guess that's what you meant. 10, 9. Oh, I don't know if we do have a bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the Anchor Hocking candlesticks from kind of the 40s era. After that, I've got some Pennsylvania history for you.
Ooh, love it.
You do?
I love history. Okay, Mark Peterson is your high bid at 17.
Thank you, Mark.
And Jenny retracted her bid, so I will pick those up at Jenny's 36 for the orange cups.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No, truly.
I'll send my info to you. I'll send my measurements to you.
So the 6 federal,
Yes, yes.
They're coming to you.
Mine. Thank you, Jenny. Mark Peterson was your winner for the candles.
So did Jenny retract? Am I billing? Is she gifting or am I billing you?
Don't bill me. I'm just gonna send you the money.
Oh, you are.
Don't bother with an invoice. I'll send you the money after the show. And you can just bring them to the township.
I got a feeling I'm going to be seeing you somewhere. We're not going to say where, but somewhere, maybe in early autumn. So don't you worry.
Don't you worry about a thing.
That thing. Okay. That was nice of you to give them up for David.
Jenny?
Jenny? Do I hear Tammy clapping with glee?
I don't know. She's clapping something in the garage.
She's clapping in the garage? What?
I need to get video of that. Mark, did you get Mark Peterson for 17 for your candles?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Why do I feel like I'm on an episode of Quantum Leap?
Maybe so. I don't know.
Let me have some Dr. Pepper.
No. Are you drinking that?
Why not? No, there's no alcohol in that.
Oh, okay.
Not in this. This is literally, Dr. What's the stuff you get at Walmart that's not Dr. Pepper?
Yeah. Dr. Sam.
No, it's something.
Dr. Sam Walton.
Anyway, it's nasty, but I have some. I don't know where that came from.
Dr. Thunder.
I guess. Okay, look, let me find it. And then, okay. We start at $20. Do you know what that is? It looks like a dog toy. Well, it's not. That's an old piece of, let me see if you guys can figure it out. And please don't Google it. It just takes all the fun away. Look at the keystone, right? That's for the state of Pennsylvania. And then we see the word York. And then we see a big P. Easy.
Oh,
what?
Turnpike Pottery.
No. Everybody knows the famous pottery company in and around the York, Pennsylvania area. And that starts with a P. And that's right. It is Falsgraf. And this starts at $20. That's an old one from the 30s. We don't, you go to No Chips, No Cracks, by the way, and it does stand 5.5 inches tall. Are you a collector of pottery, United States pottery? You're going to find all the Ohio River Valley stuff. York, Pennsylvania is not in the Ohio River Valley. It's located outside of Lancaster or Lancaster. Let's not. So it's nice to be able to find sort of a provincial, although I don't live there, piece of pottery. It's not chipped. Beautiful mark on the bottom. And, you know, we always go to the Goodwills and we see the Yorktown and, oh golly, all those other, I see voluminous amounts of false-graph in thrift shops, but I rarely find anything from way back in the earlier days when vases and containers and utilitarian pieces were made by false-graph. So there it is. It's a wonderful piece of American pottery. Hi, Scott. I'm running late. Hi. Well, I'm glad to have you. I got your message about your change of address, and I didn't get that invoice off to you yet. It takes me a little longer with you because I have to pack it and then go through all the overseas stuff. But I haven't forgotten you. I've got everything on the floor over here. Do we have any opening bids for? We do.
Val's in at 20. Okay, Karen Williams and Karen Williams only. Really quick, y'all. Just give me a second. Jenny, I'm paying for the orange, not you. So, but thank you. Thanks for giving them up.
Give it up, baby, give it up. No, 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 now. Who's saying that?
Leaf Garrett.
It was not.
Andy Gibb.
I'm not even trying to mess with you tonight, David. I'm not trying to mess with you. 10. I'm sorry, they cut my grass today, and I've got, even though it's chilly, cool outside, I've got doors and windows open. 10. 9, and I do not like the smell of freshly cut grass. 8, but I'm smelling it anyway. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, there go them balloons. 1. That's it. A 1930s false-graph, American-made Art Deco era pottery vase. Are you kidding? Somebody's getting a deal tonight. And I love it. Yorktown was my wedding pattern, somebody said. Who said that? Oh, Lisa. Okie doke.
I refreshed, and Patsy M is your winner at 23.
The vase comes to you, Patsy M, at 23. And now, I'm going to hit refresh on my computer. Let's all do that. Let's all hit refresh.
Done.
Done. And I would like to bring to you next. This is going to be a short sale tonight because I'd like to end a little bit early, and I didn't bring as much tonight to sell. Well, I might not end early, but end early so we can chat a little bit. And I want to do a show and tell, just a little show and tell, Chef Tell. Starting at $20, I have a fry glass covered casserole. Starting at $20. What can I say? If you've been watching me for at least a year, you already can repeat everything I'm going to say. Fry glass was made in Pennsylvania by a man named Fry, who was a German immigrant. I think I'm remembering all that. And this is beautiful opalescent oven glass. Yes, he got the rights from Corning. Yeah. So that they could make oven glass, and they did. I always love the phosphorescence of these. Look at that handle on the top. And you know, these are older than many folks think. It's always marked. There's Fry glass, and the patent dates on it are May the 8th, 1917, and May the 27th, 1919. So the newest date stamped on this is May the 27th of 1919. People been eating out of this for 100 years. when do you get to buy a piece of 100-year-old kitchen glass with that beautiful phosphorescence without any chips or cracks in it? And it's a little one. I'm always thrilled when I find these with lids, because frequently I don't. It measures 7 inches across by 3 inches tall, 7 by 3. Fry glass. Not only did Fry make utilitarian pieces, but they made beautiful water sets, tumblers, decorative glass for the table. Yeah. Serving pieces. But this is for the kitchen. And I love it. Are you a fan of Fry glass, David?
I love the collection as a whole when I saw them, but I haven't really picked up pieces. I don't find fry glass a lot unless it's in an antique store, and you can forget that because
Yeah.
people love the fry glass.
It's probably very expensive that way. I've always been a fan of it. The high bid right now is what? Is 20?
20. Jenny Mac.
Yeah, Fry is spelled F-R-Y, no E on the end. F-R-Y. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And someone just said that they want the picture on my china closet. That will be for sale, not tonight. That's a piece of American brilliant cut glass. We're going to wait till next autumn to bring out the American brilliant cut. But if you hang around, I'll be making an announcement about the next EAPG extravaganza. In fact, Karen can put that in there if she'd be kind enough so to do. We've got EAPG extravaganza part 2 coming up, I think in June. But what you see on top of the china closet is American brilliant. And I don't really have lights shining on it, so it's not looking very brilliant at the moment. But thank you for having interest in that. I appreciate that. I just happened to catch that. So the stop is in, and you'll have to tell me.
Jenny Mac at 20.
Revive It Sisters say, can you check your email, please? Who are you talking to, Revive It Sisters? Jenny Mac at 20? I don't know who you're talking to, so I don't know if that's directed at me or someone else. That was Jenny Mac?
Yes.
Okay. Let me
Are
just
you
see.
hearing echoes or anything from me?
I don't hear any echoes.
I'm using StreamYard on my phone for the first time. I'm not going through the laptop. So I'm thinking it helps a little. Maybe a lot.
Yeah, I don't hear any echo at all. Yes, NC Coast, I am. I'm going to be doing that this week. And I know you've heard me say that before, and then I don't. But I've got everything lined up, and the photograph booth is all set. I took a few days off to do some house projects. I still don't know who the... Oh, she says ignore it. Okay. Jenny Mac. So Jenny Mac got the fry glass at 20. Yeah.
$20.
Yes. There will be eBay items in the eBay store. I was doing some work on that over the weekend. I took everything off the front porch, which is a big deal because my front porch is highly decorated and I've got lots of furniture on it and rugs and plants. And I stripped the whole front porch so I could summarize it. And I finished painting the ceiling. So if you see specks of blue paint on my eyeglasses, I've spent a lot of time the last 3 days out there on that front porch, and it is lovely. I'll give you a tour. But I took a few days off to work on that. Got to run, folks. Okay. Thank you, John Lucas, aka John the reseller. Well, thank you so much for being here. Look, let's do this before we get into. Let's do these. But I have to tell you, don't run away during the second hour. In the second hour, we've got Carnival glass. We've got, oh my goodness, glass. Oh my goodness. We've got candlesticks coming out of the woodwork. I'll tell you, I've got 1, 2, 3 sets of candlesticks. We still have some fun things to sell tonight, so please don't run away. If you don't have to. Briar, no. And once again, we will nip that in the bud. I'll let Jeffrey nip that in the bud, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. He did not paint my ceiling, and he did not lug a refrigerator up a flight of steps into my kitchen. We buried that a long time ago. I'm very adamant about that. I would not have company come over and then ask them to lug a refrigerator up my... That's a whole nother thing. Jeffrey, you need to set that straight. He started that.
That man in hot lifting refrigerator.
Yeah. What? You are... No, they do not, because then Dee got a hold of it and made a big deal out of it. So... I could. It's a good thing he didn't visit me in my loft. Look, I have 2 Hazel Atlas fish, and I don't know if Hazel Atlas advertised these as ashtrays or not. And quite frankly, I don't really care. They could be. I've got 2 of them, and I haven't given you the price yet because one of them has a lot of sort of roughness around it. The other one is perfect. This one is in perfect condition. This one has got some roughness. So these may have been dessert bowls or they may have been ashtrays. I didn't have time to go into my Hazel Atlas glass book and look them up. But you'll get both of them. And in Ritz Blue, these 2 fish are $12. Again, this one has... some little chip roughness here on that fin. Look at his little mouth. He looks mad. There's some roughness on this fin. This one is not perfect. It's not cracked. That one is in excellent condition. And the reason why I say they might have been advertised as ashtrays is the fins are like cigarette divots. So again, it's in my Hazel Atlas book, but I didn't go look, and it doesn't bother me at all. Whether they're ashtrays or I would eat ice cream out of them. And what did I tell you they were? 12? Yeah, $12.
12. Sherry's in at 12.
They have a deco look to them. They're 6 inches across that one.
Mike's in at 13.
6 by 6. 6 by 6 are the measurements of them. So, and there's 2 of them.
High bid is 15.
So these I'll count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the Hazel Atlas fish, which I suppose could have multiple uses. It's almost intermission. We'll give it a second and we'll see. Let me find my spot. Stop beeping your horn. What?
Is that a delivery guy?
Not at my house.
Cherry Craddock is your winner at 21.
And
Man in
Sherry,
hot popcorn.
now I remember I have memorized that you don't have PayPal, and that's fine. See, the thing is that and you're fine. When a person doesn't, I have to keep a list of that and remember when they win things because unless that you always tell me, which you can't be expected to do. So your invoices come for you to check out as a guest, and that's perfectly fine. That's what happened. That last invoice, which seemed like it was so late, I sent it to you forgetting that you weren't a PayPal user. That's when I went back and sent it to you so you could check out as a guest. So I've got it up here now. Let's hope it stays up here. And I thank you for the purchase of the fish. How about we bring in Mr. Texas? Are you ready?
No.
Well, you best get ready because we're going to do intermission. Dave's going to sell something. And then when I come back, we've got wonderful candlesticks. We've got some by Cracky green. Oh, my word. What?
That instrument you were playing.
Get that girl out of there. Who is that? She's looking very seductive. Seductive?
Seductive in her chicken hat.
Maybe the word I'm looking for is limpid. Is she looking limpid or lit?
She looks
Let me enlarge
morose.
you. I shall enlarge you. It's intermission. I'm going to run around the block for 5 seconds and come back, and Dave's going to sell something.
Go see who's honking outside your door.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amsterdam. While he's away. Okay, I have one
But
item.
I can hear everything.
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm here for
talk
it.
about me while I'm gone.
I would never talk about you. I revere you.
Yeah.
Let me make my note here. I'm going to start this item at 20. This is something that the first item I brought to drop sale. It's Dugan. Oh, you have the start?
Who, me?
Okay, Karen, start 20.
Oh, Heather. Okay.
Great. Nice little compo, Dugan constellation pattern. Wonderful little piece of glass. So these were introduced in 1914. No chips, no cracks on this. One tiny bubbles in there. That's just from the manufacturing. Beautiful iridescence. Look at that. That should just pop on your screen. It's about almost 6 inches tall. More like 5, 7/8, and then it's 6 inches wide. And the base itself is 2 3/4. Beautiful piece of glass. Like I said, it's Dugan. So the constellation compote, and they call this the outer S pattern. I guess because the swirls look like an S. Obviously, you see that little curl on the bottom. And that pattern was Dugan got from National Glass back in the day. And like I said, the interior is constellation.
I love that. I love Dugan.
And I'm not watching the chat. Let me see if there's. I don't even know if there's a bid. Yeah, there is a bid.
You do. Your
Okay.
high bid right now is 40. Florida Golden Girl.
All right, well, I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to walk away and wait for the stop and refresh this internet really fast.
You are.
Give me a second.
Oh, look at that painting. Oh, Tammy can put her federal sherbet cups right in front of that painting on a shelf.
Oh, great idea.
Jenny Mac, is the stop? Yeah, the stop is in. I think it's Florida Golden at 60. Bring some cordials to the next live. You mean like cordial glasses to drink from? I can do that. What color?
Yeah, what type? What era?
Yeah, you got to give me more because I have several sets in the basement. I'd be happy to. Aperitifs, but do you want like depression or I mean that's
MCM,
all colors.
Mid-Century Modern.
Did you get your winner, David?
I did. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who bid. Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lori.
Scott,
Thank you so much.
Champagne coupes. Please gift to Poodle, it says. David.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
As a gift to Poodle?
Got it.
You do.
So nice. Thank you very much.
From a tiny spoon, I'm having a tiny scoop in my McKee Laurel Jadeite Berry Bowl, 1930.
Where's your raspberries?
Plain old vanilla ice cream. That's all you need.
I've been on a coffee ice cream kick.
That's good. I like that as well.
Now, I've said it before and I said it again. I targeted the zip code when we knew we had to find a place. And I was like, yes, Tammy, let's go look over here. Yes, Tammy, let's go look over here. But I knew this was a zip code because of all the family-owned mom and pop stores. There's a family ice cream parlor down the street. Like, it's a 15-minute walk, 2-minute drive. They are packed. They make it there. They make their waffle cones there. Everything's made on site. Fresh ice cream.
And you've been
they have the best coffee ice cream.
That's actually one of my favorite flavors, coffee ice cream. Starting at $30 on this piece here, it is a lavender color. I think we looked up the color. What was the color? I don't remember, David. It's a very light purple or a lavender color.
Lilac.
I'm sorry?
Lilac.
Oh, lilac. No chips or cracks. 7.5 inches tall to the highest handkerchief thing.
And what would you start? I'm sorry.
30. The color is this beautiful lilac color, as you can see. And again, I'm out of my, I never try to pretend to be an expert or a know-it-all because I'm not. Nobody knows it all on the earth. And so because I don't do mid-century, I may use the wrong terms. I might get my nomenclature mixed up. And I know that with these globs down here, it's either Viking or L.E. Smith. Again, that's up to you guys. You are the collectors and you know, and I think David said because of those little blobs at the bottom, you did say it was Viking.
That's Viking.
So I appreciate learning that from you because, and I think you call it handkerchief. Again, I know my 20s and 30s, but once I start getting into mid-century, I'm gone. I recognized it as a nice example, though, and I know folks love mid-century. It's a beautiful color, this purple color. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. It almost looks like sunglass. It reminds me of the EAPG that's out in the sun for years and turns purple, but this was meant to be this color. And I think it's, you call it a handkerchief vase?
Yes.
The high bid right now is 31. I'm hoping the color shows up nicely. It looks kind of gray on my screen, almost blackish, but it's a beautiful lilac. See? Doesn't that make it look prettier?
Okay.
Okay. Very pretty lilac color.
Well, that's just dumb.
It's dumb.
I sent Tammy a text, and she's out there working, and her phone's in here. So what's the point? What's the point of having a mobile phone if you're not going to be mobile with it?
Oh, no.
I don't understand.
Well, why don't you dye your hair blue? Because what are words for when no one listens anymore?
I'm going to have to slap on my vinyl and play that video later.
I think I'll dye my hair blue. Hey, next to the motels, they were the best.
LA bands.
I will take Martha Davis and the motels first, but that was the second female-led, female singer with male band. Missing Persons. Why don't we count this thing down instead of talking about
reminiscing about the 80s?
Obscure 1980s.
Obscure?
Songs. Well, I mean, how many people are going to pick up on that lyric except you and me and about, well, maybe 6 other people?
All of Generation X will pick up on that.
I think I'll dye my hair blue.
Mm-hmm.
What are
There's our new venture. We could just put lyrics on T-shirts and sell them.
I'll let you be the lead investor on that.
Okay.
10,
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the sea anemone.
Lilac, tea-berry. That's just the color Viking use. I mean,
no one notices. I think I'll dye my hair blue. I called that Viking purple. Okay.
Viking purple.
Who gets it?
Ginny Mac at 51.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, everyone who placed bids. I appreciate that. I guess I don't want to do... Okay. Oh, my gosh. Now, I will default, because I know David knows his ball pictures. I learned from you to look for one with the number 13 on it. This don't have the number 13, but I'm just selling it full of these buttons, and they're old. Buttons from the 30s, 40s, 50s, probably 60s. It's $15. There's the...
Show me the logo.
What?
Show me the logo. Ooh.
I guess you can't see it with the buttons in it, can you?
No, you're good. You're good. I see it.
Oh, there's the ball.
Yeah.
No numbers, and on the bottom, it just, I can't understand what's on the bottom. The bottom doesn't seem to make any sense to me, but. Is this a pint?
It's antique. That's antique for sure.
And of course it says
How many buttons are there?
I didn't count them.
We'll count them. We have time.
Genuine zinc cap. I can't read this. Anyway, it's got writing on the inside of the lid. Genuine zinc something or other.
Yes.
So I don't know how old it is, David.
The cap is younger than the jar, but that jar is over 100 years old.
And it's got a lot of buttons in it. I guess I probably... Would you like to see it? Does anyone want to... Yeah. Does anyone want to see it without the buttons in it? Would that make a difference? Because I can dump it.
Oh, what was the start? People were bidding. I didn't put the start in.
Well, then how can they bid? $15 was the start.
Okay.
I guess because I said it.
Yeah. The high bid right now is 21.
Do they want me to see it without the buttons in it?
No, I don't do that.
I can dump them somewhere on the flow.
No. Put them in the Viking jar.
Yeah.
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 Do any of the buttons glow?
I don't know.
Is there any Bakelite buttons?
I don't know.
Any horn?
I don't know. I don't know. And I ain't got time to figure it out.
And I don't know why.
Because I've been working around my hoose. 10.
He's working around his hoose glass.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the ball jar. More than halfway filled with old buttons.
That's a 100-year-old jar, that's for sure.
Is it?
It is.
Buttons in a jar, bullet in a gun. Stop. Let's see. It's.
We're running with the ball jar in the night.
Oh, that was clever, David.
Thank you.
You're so clever.
It's filled with buttons that fit just right.
Is it Jenny at 51?
Your winner at 51 is Jenny.
Scott, are you a Libra? No, I am not.
But he plays one on TV.
Jenny Mac got them?
Jenny Mac at 51. Correct.
But it wouldn't matter. Okay. What do you want me to do next? Carnival glass?
Ooh.
My ice cream mountain. Or should we do candlesticks? Stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you the second piece of Loetz glass that I have found in the wild in my life.
In his life.
And I'm going to show it to you. Loetz. I am the sign of the crab. I'm Cancer, which is why you can't keep me out of the ocean. Holly and stag, holly and stag.
I'm kind of jealous you found Loetz.
I'm going to show you my Loetz in a minute. Holly and stag. Do you know why it's called holly and stag?
Because there's holly and then there's a deer running amongst the holly.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, before I tell you the price, I got to tell you what's wrong with it. And it annoys me, but I'm going to tell you why I bought it anyway. On the feet, and I understand from the collectors of this, it is called spatula feet for obvious reasons. One of them has a chip in it, and it's right there. So you've got a chip in the foot. Can you actually, there's a whack in it. See it?
Boom, 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 boom.
Can that be seen?
Yes.
Okay. That's the only damage. If it has to have damage, let it be a chip on the foot and not up here. And so I'll now tell you that this piece of holly and stag carnival glass is $20. And I think not Fostoria. I think Fenton might be the I think $20 might be, I'm sorry, I think Fenton might be it. It is blue in color, and everybody knows how you tell the color. You don't look at that side. You look at the undecorated, the uniridized part of the glass, which is this here. And we can see it's a deep, rich blue. This didn't get the mineral salts sprayed on it. And so the base color is blue. We would call this a blue bowl. And then it's got lovely, see, it's all sprayed to give it the iridized color. And the reason why I bought it is because when you find carnival glass that's got animals in it, it's a little more sought after, not necessarily rare. It can be, but this one isn't rare. But finding the stag and the holly is nice. If this had been clear glass with marigold and just grapes and cables, I probably would have left it on the shelf with that damage. That stuff is the most common of carnival. When you start to get into these colors, blue is not a rare color, but it's sought after. And this particular pattern, not being the same old grape and cable, is also something that's sought after. So that's why I made the decision to buy it. And to bring it to you at the live sale really is pretty. I don't know if our friend here is here tonight that we met. David, our carnival glass collecting friend.
Eric.
I don't think Eric is here tonight. Might be.
He works pretty late.
He's working late?
He has very long hours.
10? If there are no questions, it's 7 inches across. 10, and this dates to...
That's a lot of girth.
The carnival glass era, antique, not the 60s era stuff. This is the antique stuff. 1914, something like that. 19 up to the early 20s. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Dennis, you can't have my ring. It was my grandfather's, and the signet part fell out of it. I've got to somehow take it somewhere sometime and get it restored, but who knows when I'll do that. Oh. But thank you for noticing it. I appreciate it. Yeah, the blue is pretty.
Yeah, that ring.
Huh?
That ring. That's a gorgeous ring.
It was.
It's still nice. A Florida Golden Girls you'll wear at 68.
I hope you're doing well, Florida Golden, and thank you so much for winning that and showing interest in it. Thank you, everyone, for that. I've got a Heisey glass pitcher that will start out at $20. That is a beauty. Look at that. And it's clearly marked Heisey. There's not a chip or a crack on it, and you don't get better American glass without lead in it, I think, than what came out of the Heisey factory. This would date to before... this is an early one. I didn't look at the pattern up. It reminds me of they had several different sort of colonial They had a pattern called Williamsburg. This, I don't know what this one is, but it is marked Heisey, and the H and the diamond are right down there in the bottom. You can see it does start at $20, and it is in excellent condition. This beautiful glass pitcher is nice because it doesn't weigh 900 pounds. It stands 7 inches tall from the base to the lip, 7 inches tall, and you'll get enough iced tea in there to serve 6 people at the dinner table. But it's not leaded glass, so when you pick it up empty, it doesn't already weigh 20 pounds. But the quality of the glass is so pretty, and a lot of us know the Heisey glass history. Oh, orange juice would look pretty in it. Is it Dennis? It's Dennis at 20. Dennis, do you have a bid of 21 for the Heisey? Okay. I see that. Any questions about the Heisey glass?
I have the gift alert to tell you after this win, whoever gets a glass.
This is being gifted?
No. The carnival before.
Okay.
Okay.
10. 9. What does FGG stand for?
Florida
No,
Golden
this is
Girl.
not. This is not turning purple. This isn't.
It's turning Japanese.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm
Just
turning
like
Japanese.
the way women.
No, this has no purple tint, and I'm glad you asked that. But this wouldn't turn. This should not. No, this is not turning purple. It's beautiful crystal clear. So sometimes with other things in the room, it can put a tint on it, but this one is clear without any purple. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the Heisey glass. Pitcher. Oh dear.
Okay, well, Catherine Tate was your first bid of 25 for the Heisey pitcher. Catherine Tate.
I giggle every time because I think of the British comedian, or I don't think you say that anymore, comedian named Catherine Tate. We went through that once before. What's the gift alert?
Okay, for the Fenton Carnival, a Florida Golden Girl won it at 68 and is gifting it. You will ship it to Jeffrey Reed.
Jeffrey Reed, the Carnival glass. Got it. Jeffrey, was that something that you were? I didn't see. Was Jeffrey placing bids on it? I didn't see.
He placed one of the earlier bids. Yes.
Oh, I can't see. Well,
yeah.
That was nice of you. That was nice of you, Florida. And Jeffrey, you're getting the Carnival glass vase. Okay. And since I won't have to charge Florida Golden Girl any shipping, because when I go up to New England for the family stuff, I'll somehow see Jeffrey somewhere along the line. So I'll be able to deliver it and not charge any shipping for it. Thank you so much. That was very nice. You're welcome. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're welcome, Florida. You're welcome. Thank you so much. 6-piece by Cracky. Okay, let's get this thing going here because we said we were going to $18 and we still got, boy, we're going to talk about these candlesticks. You get, come on now, let's get through it. $18 and you're going to get 6 pieces of L.E. Smith by Cracky. No chips, no cracks on this. This is an early Depression glass pattern and it does glow under a black light. I don't know where my black light is. I think I stepped on it again. I'm always stepping on it. I don't know why. But you can start your collection on this. You will find it. You'll find it in crystal. You'll find it in amber. You'll find it in green. You may find it in other things, but those are the 3 colors I find it in. And you'll start off, you'll get 2 plates this size. These are little dessert plates, I expect. And they're 8 inches plates. And it's green. And it is the by Cracky pattern by L.E. Smith. I love this. So those 2 plates, and then you get, these are not saucers, these are plates as well. These are a little bit smaller. So this is really like a little dessert set for 2. Those are 7 inches, yeah. And then you're gonna get 2 sherbets. So look how pretty it is. Look. You know what I'm gonna do. Take the big plate, put the 7-inch plate on top of that because it's a little bit smaller, and then serve your ice. I should have eaten the ice cream out of this. So it's $18. No, whatever I said. Yeah, $18 for the 6 pieces. We're looking, that's the opening bid. Pardon the clanking. Let me get them back together here, and I won't clank anymore. These glow beautifully.
Clank away.
What? Clank away?
Clank away. We love the sound of Depression glass clinking.
Clanking. Chip-free, crack-free. And this is old. It's an early piece of green glass. I think that they even started to put this out in the 20s before the Depression crash, stock market crash. And I love this green glass. And as I said, you can, we're starting you off at like a little dessert set. So we'll count it down. I don't know where we are with the bids, but here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Oh my word. The by Cracky L.E. Smith set goes to, is it Gina Mackey?
Loetz glass in the wild. Gina Mackey at 50. Scott does.
Who does what?
Who finds Loetz glass in the wild?
I do, and I'm going to show you a piece in a minute. It's the 2nd piece I found in my lifetime. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Oh. You know why I did that?
Why?
When I hold this up, you'll know why. That is a pink picture, and it starts at $20. Why did I go ooh? Because that's made by Anchor Hocking, and guess what Anchor Hocking did not do? They did not fire polish. What does that mean? That means that seams can be rough, and I just happened to catch it. It's not chipped. It's not cracked. There's no damage on it.
What was your start again? I'm sorry.
20. But that's the difference between inexpensive, mass-produced glass that was sold in the dime stores or given away, and your fire-polished Duncan and Miller and so forth. Nothing wrong with this picture, and you're fine with it. I just happened to catch my finger right up in here where there's a little bit of roughness from when they took the mold. So they took split the mold. It was a 2-part mold, and they don't fire polish these mold lines, not on your 1930s glass. And in fact, this is that funny one that has a little right there. I think I talked about that before. There's just a little spot where it hit something before it was cooling. It still stands flat, and it stands as flat as it can be. And it's a nice big pitcher, no ice lip. It stands 8 inches tall. I sat up very late last night drinking, thinking, what color would pink lemonade look like if you put it in a pink pitcher? I'd like all of you to concentrate over that right now.
Did you buy anything on QVC?
No. I don't have QVC. I don't have television like that. Any questions? Pink, pink.
You stink.
Pink, pink, you stink. Were there any bids?
Dennis Romero at 20.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I love that little spot there where it just it hit something. Stands perfectly, but it has a little dimple on its bottom. Be quiet. It got a little dimple on its bottom.
Jenny Mac is your winner at 26.
Jenny Mac gets it at 26. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, but I've not got a dimple on my bottom that I know of. Now, I cannot hardly believe that this did not sell in my drop sale, but I know we've got connoisseurs here tonight, and I bet this will sell tonight. This is lovely. And I am going to tell you, I'm going to hold it up. Everybody listen. 12 inches. 12 inches. In length. And this, hold on for a second. This starts at $25. I'm going to hold it up like this. This is a 1930s console bowl in crystal, which means clear glass. There's no lead in it. So we don't mean 24% lead content when we say crystal. We just mean the color crystal, which is clear. Look at that Art Deco base on which it stands. This is beautiful. I don't know which company made it. I've never found this one before, and it is super fragilistic, fantastic. And coming up to go with it is something that doesn't match it, but from the same era we're going to have. There's the console bowl itself, and we've got wheel cut flowers on it. This is all done on a wheel after the glass comes out of the mold as a blank. And look at how deco that base is. Not a chip or a crack on it. One or two little scratches here and there, but we're talking about, and this is fire polished. This is good glass. Anchor Hocking didn't make this because they didn't do wheel cutting like this. So it's a good fire polished console bowl with what they call a rolled edge. Probably had matching candlesticks, and I think it's beautiful. I hate holding it like this because I get fingerprints on it. But look at that base, David. It's all about the base.
Everlasting base.
This is so beautiful. You just wait until you get this. Whoever wins, if someone wins, I hope it goes to someone's home because I think it's just absolutely stunning. I flipped out over it when I found it in the thrift store.
Did your
So
people save it for you?
very pretty.
Did your friends save it for you?
No, he doesn't work there anymore, and he doesn't do that for me. I don't ask him to do that. I know you were joking. 4 inches tall. No, it was on the shelf.
What's his favorite coffee flavor?
He doesn't work there anymore. And I don't do that. As you well know, David.
Okay.
My ice cream has melted. 10, 9, 8. Did anybody bid?
We have
9,
it.
7, 6, 5. Look at that. 4, 3, 2. One. That's it. I don't know if I'll ever find another one. I didn't know this existed until I found this one. I'm running out of, well, I guess I can put it, I don't have to put everything on the flow. Ooh. Okay, go over there, go over there, go over there.
Darlene Garrett is your winner at 50.
50. Darlene, I think that sounds familiar, but if not, Miss Garrett, is it Garrett? As in Mrs. Garrett? As in Edna's Edibles?
So I watched a few episodes. It's our last Mrs. Garrett reference. Oh, I can't do it. I had it spot on the other night.
Oh, you were trying to do the Mrs. Garrett voice? Tootie!
Yeah, I've got to watch an episode in, but she's got some quirks, and I was driving Tammy nuts.
I love me some Mrs. Garrett.
Well, you take the good and you take the bad.
Please send info just in case. Yeah, Miss Garrett, if you will. I think I know you, but I don't. I want to make sure I can get my invoice out to you tomorrow morning. But I think I'm almost certain I know your name. But if you'll send it anyway, that'd be great. We're going to do this one last crystal compote. Then I've got 3 sets of candlesticks, and that's it. Then I'm going to show you my piece of Loetz. Ooh, look at that. It's a compote. It starts at $15. It's also crystal, meaning clear glass, and it stands 6 inches tall. Very similar to that in that it's beautiful fire polished crystal glass with paneled optic design. And it also has wheel cut flowers on it, as you can see. Very typical of that era. Grass, weeds, dandelions, the kind of thing that we mow every 15 days in our yard. And that's a pretty one. Again, for candy, it can also go on the table for jams and jellies, types of things that people would use a comport or a compote for. I think it makes a charming candy dish. And it's really pretty in crystal. And this is, I believe I gave you the measurements of it. Across the top, it measures 6.5 inches. Basically, it's 6.5 by 6.5. Very pretty glass. Made by one of the American glass companies in, this would be circa 1925 to 1935. It's a form that was popular then. 20 years earlier, you found the same thing in EAPG as it waned in popularity. We'll count this one down. 10, 9, and then we'll do the candlesticks. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the crystal compote from the Depression era. Oh my gosh. Okie doke. I think this is the set.
Okay, KP is your winner for the compote.
I'm sorry?
KP is your winner for the compote.
Oh, the compote. I've already moved on to the candlesticks. Wait, let me find it. Crystal compote. K KP. And all right. And at what price?
15.
All right. Okay. Thank you, KP. We will move. We've got it. It's noted on my secret white paper here. The compote at 15. Now I've got 3 sets of candlesticks. Now, you know what? I want to say something before I show you. Well, let's just go ahead. Then I'll talk to you. This set right here is a big, heavy, beautiful pair. What was the one that you had last week, David, with the Bobesh? You remember?
Fostoria.
These are as well. This
Yeah.
is. These are Fostoria. Was this what you had, but you had 3 light?
Triple light. Yeah, you have a double light. Yeah. Yep.
Because Fostoria made this in triple light, and you could get Bobesh with it. They also made it in a double light and single light. But this is simply called line 2484. This is not flame. Okay, so this is line. You'll hear people give things all kinds of names, but I've got both of them. No chips, no cracks, and these start at $35. You get both of them. These were made from 1935 to 1948. 1935 to 1948. If you want to have the blingity blingity bling, you can get the Bobesh for it. These examples, David had a beautiful example of one with a triple light Fostoria, and it might have been the same line, David. I don't remember. Do you remember?
I don't know if it was the same line.
Okay. It could have been a different pattern. But Fostoria called this 2484, manufactured between 1935 to 1948. What else can you say? It's pretty glass. They stand, in case anyone wants to know.
It may have been Pennsylvania 65000.
They stand 8 inches tall. And they have no condition problems. The Cynthia has a bid of 35. While we're holding on to these for a moment, I'm going to talk. And I'm going to talk because this is a teachable moment for me and all of us. I'm getting ready to hold up in a minute, not to confuse everybody, but some other candlesticks. Look at that. Look at that. Now let's put this down. But what I do is I'm able to take this and do this. I can run my hands all over it. You can't do that because you're watching on TV. So when I run my hands over the Fostoria, I say, aha. When I run my hands over this, I say, ooh. Now I'm coming back to that. And you already know why I'm coming back to that, because I'm going to ask you not to do something. And I have a reason why I'm going to ask you not to do what I'm going to ask you not to do. 10, we'll count these down. These are Fostoria. 10, 9, and my resource, if you would like to know, I have several resources, Fostoria books. But I double checked, triple checked, and then even checked with replacements. And so this is the Fostoria example. So 10, the high bid on these is 45, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. On the Fostoria, 1935 to 48, line 2484, double light candlesticks. And you can get Bobesh for them if you want. And they really, you saw David's last week, which were Fostoria. They're beautiful. And I'm glad you were able to sell those, David. So the Fostoria set, did we do the countdown?
We did. I'm doing a refresh real quick.
And it goes to
Florida Golden Girl at 60.
Okay, Florida Golden Girl 60.
The triple light did not sell.
Oh, the triple light didn't sell. Okay.
No. It's listed now on the eBay.
Well, now let's go to these. Okay, now we're going to have a different set of candlesticks. Oh my goodness.
That's going to Bonnie Abrams.
I thought Florida Golden was the winner.
Yes, but she's gifting it to Bonnie
she's
Abrams.
Gifting. Oh, I didn't hear you say gift. Okay, so Florida Golden is gifting the Fostoria to Bonnie Abrams.
Correct.
Thank you. My goodness, Florida, you're being very gracious and kind tonight with your gifting. Lovely. Okay, I've made a note of it. The next set of candlesticks I've got, these also start at $35. And I've got the pair. Now, just for comparison, not the same thing. That's the Fostoria that already sold. These, now listen to me, I'm not sure who made these. Don't you Google it. Okay, now I want to talk. Sometimes I get the reputation that I think Google imaging is a bad thing. No. I've never said that. The problem is when folks screenshot it, snap it, Google image it, they want to be the first one to jump in and say, I know what it is. People want to be helpful. And gosh, I wish it were that simple, but it ain't that simple. All it takes is for one person to Google that and say, oh, Fostoria Flame. That is not Fostoria Flame. Fostoria did make a pattern called Flame, and it doesn't look like that. But you will find this all over the place as Fostoria Flame. But I can tell you what, remember earlier when I was doing this? Smooth. What does that mean? Fire polished. These are beautiful, but when I do this, I feel mold lines. I feel sharpness all around in here. Those are not chips. That's not damage. And look how prominent the mold lines are on this. You'd never have that on Fostoria. I'm trying to get you to see it. You see that mold line right there? Mm-hmm. Can you see it? Can you see it here? And here? They're very prominent mold lines. When you look at the Fostoria, you don't see the mold lines. They're there, but they've been obliterated. They've been softened by fire polishing. That means that that is more expensive glass than that. Now, I will never come to you and say, oh, I know what this is. If I found it on WorthPoint or Pinterest or eBay, riddled with mistakes. These are not even in my candlestick book, which is right here. That doesn't mean that without some study, I couldn't figure out who made them. All I can tell you is they're beautiful 1930s, could be Indiana glass. I couldn't make an exact identification based upon quick internet search because everybody is calling it something different, including Fostoria Flame. And I know better because I can feel that these were not fire polished. So there's nuance. That's the reason why it's a tool, and it's a tool that should be used carefully. And your reputable sellers are going to do a lot more research than just, I found a picture on WorthPoint, that must be what it is. So I just want to throw that out there. Thank you for letting me talk about that. I don't ever want to misrepresent an item. And the reason why I ask you to please not Google and then put in the chat is because it creates confusion if somebody quickly Googles it without due diligence, and then they might, without any malice or bad intent, accidentally, mislabel something. I don't want anybody buying something thinking it's Cambridge and then they find out it was Anchor Hocking. Not that there's anything wrong with those two companies, but you get what I'm saying. So yes, I ramble and I talk, but there's good, trust me, I've been doing this for so long and I deal with this every day when I find items that I see are listed incorrectly, because it just takes one person, and I don't want to be that one person to put it out on the internet and call it what it's not, and then the cat is out of the bag, and then everybody that takes a picture of this thinks, oh, well, it must be because that man said. 10. Was that okay for me to ramble about that?
Wait, start over? I missed that.
These are very pretty. These are pretty, and they're chip and crack free, and they're just not fire polished. That's all. But they have a pretty pattern like the Fostoria glass. And I don't know what anybody's saying in the comments because I'm not looking at it. Google makes mistakes when you Google things. A seller's mistakes are never an intention. We are only human. Yeah, but that's not. Why did that happen, David? Yes, but actually, that's not the point. The point that I'm making is you can't Google something and then jump on and say, oh, I know what it is, based upon a Google image search that you haven't done deep research on. When you think you know what it is, you don't know what it is until you find two or three other reputable sources that tell you what it is. Otherwise, I just say I don't know. So we'll count these down. 10. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Sometimes I get wordy and people say, oh, come on, just sell it. Stop talking. We don't want to hear all of that. But I'm not just here to sell stuff. I want to learn every day. And, I want to be able to say intelligently what something is. And honestly, we all make mistakes, but mistakes can be avoided. And some of those mistakes that can be avoided are those quick screenshot. Enough. 10. Did I tell you I have 2 of them? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And whoever wins these, you will have a fun project. And if you figure out the maker, I'd love for you to write back with whatever credible reference is. I got a feeling that might be Indiana glass. Could be Indiana glass. But they might not be. This Dr. Pepper is.
Okay, before the stop, it's Cynthia at 38.
That's another thing that you can do in the stores. Is Cynthia at 38?
Correct.
Is that my same Cynthia from earlier? Yeah. So Cynthia, you'll write to me and let me know which Cynthia you are. I might have 2 Cynthias here. Thank you, Cynthia. Huh?
You cannot answer, I am this Cynthia. You have to be a little more specific.
Yeah, you, and she will. Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia, I'm so glad you got that. Oh, for your mother's table. That'll be pretty. Okay, so I'll wait for you to write to me, Cynthia. And then, Cynthia, I have pictures of these and I'm still working on them. I worked for a while on those and could not quite figure it out. The last pair of candlesticks I have are from the Art Deco era as well. These are pretty and they have an attached bobèche. These do not. You could buy them with or without, and the bobèche would sit on it. This particular pair here, the bobèche cannot be removed. That's what this piece here, it's all molded in there. And these are not plastic, they're glass. And this set of candlesticks starts at $40. These, again, I am not certain. I think maybe Indiana glass. I will part the prisms. This is hard to do because I want you to see the stem. Look how deco the stem is. Can you see it? I have Fantastic. 2 of them. You can?
Yes.
So I'm not exactly certain. I couldn't find these in my candlestick book. But they're out there, and somewhere we'll find a reputable source that'll tell us exactly the maker. Here's the other one. We're not missing any of the prisms. The candlesticks are not chipped or cracked. You know the condition of the prisms. Oftentimes the little points are broken off. You'll find that on some of these here. I'm not too picky about that. Prisms can be replaced. They stand 8 inches tall, the candlesticks. What you want to make sure is that they're not plastic. And you can tell the old ones from the new ones, because the new ones that you get from China, is there anyone finer in the state of Carolina? That was Dinah, not China. The ones from China have really shiny brass metal. And it just kind of stands out like, ooh, that's brand new. These are old prisms because you've got the old metal that holds the jewel to the drop. And just that little detail helps you to know, well, actually, stems are different. No, these stems are the same. I'm not sure if that's what you meant. These are the same stems. That's what I get for not being able to see what everybody says in the chat. These are matching candlesticks. What else can I say? Chip-free, crack-free. Very pretty. I love how deco they are. See? Those are beautiful. Catherine, no, from the one my parents said. Okay, I got you. I hear you, Marianne. Different from the ones your mother had. We'll count this pair down if there are no questions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I love that sound. Tinkle, tinkle. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right, stop playing with your candlesticks.
Okay, Jenny Mac is your winner at 102.
It's Jenny Mac.
Correct.
Jenny, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for letting me run my lips. I really wanted to talk about that. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm not appreciative when folks, try to help, but I am voracious. Is that the word? Or is it tenacious? When it comes to looking items up and identifying them, you've got to get it right as a seller if you want to have any type of credibility, but also to make sure for you as buyers, I want to make sure if you think you're getting a piece of Indiana glass, it should be Indiana glass. Tenacious? What word do I want?
I think tenacious is correct.
Like a dog with a bone? Do you have any glass prisms to sell? No, Cheryl, I'm telling you what, I buy those prisms anytime I can because I don't want the new ones from China with the brassy. So I don't, because I hoard them. Yeah, because I've got candlesticks galore that have bobèches that I don't have prisms for, and I will not buy the new ones. The new ones are cheap, and I won't do it. I don't have any fairy lamps. I had one in the live sale, but drop sale, but sold it. Thank you for asking. I'll tell you what, if you hold, we're going to, thank you. We are going to do, I'm going to do a little show and tell. I know it's 10 o'clock. Let's bring David back in. David, you can stay, or I know you probably haven't had your dinner yet.
No, we had dinner.
You did. What did you guys have for dinner tonight?
We had a fresh baked, almost like a meat pie. I guess down south they're called empanadas. So it was good.
Well, thank you everyone for being here today. I'm not going anywhere yet. David, you can stay or you can go.
Well, thanks,
Love to have you
Scott.
stay. Thank you for the moderators who helped. Thank you, everyone who participated tonight. I appreciate it. I will send invoices tomorrow morning. You should get them by lunchtime. Yeah. And then I'll see you. Let's talk quickly. Let's see, next week, please join me next Monday night. Patrick, the trusty huckster, will be here, and he and I will have the Unbreakables live sale next Monday night, which is Memorial Day. I cannot believe that is not right. Is next Monday Memorial Day?
Yes.
We're going to be singing Jingle Bells before we know it. I want to see you next Monday night here, 8 o'clock, the Unbreakables live sale, and then Thursday night of next week, Patrick and I are coming back with a special sale. And now I can't remember what we're selling, Patrick. What
Now, Scott, this internet is wonky, and I would hate people to suffer through it. So I'm just going to run. And thank you for having me.
Well, thank you,
everyone.
Being
Thank you
here.
for putting up with me.
David, it's a pleasure. It makes it go. It's so much fun to have you here. You're welcome any time, and I will always repay the favor. But you never need me to moderate because you got you and Tam right next to each other.
That's right. But thank you. I enjoyed it. I had fun. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support. And I will run and let Scott do a show and tell, and I will refresh my internet and then come back on and watch it.
And we'll see you Wednesday night, David.
Because I want to see the Loetz glass.
Okay. I'll show it to you in a minute.
Okay.
Thank you, David.
Talk to you later. Thank you, everyone.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you to the Karen Williams, Karen, Jeffrey, Heather, and Shane, who also do some moderating in the chat. And I appreciate that. It really helps to keep the ball rolling, to keep it going smoothly. And I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who's here tonight. It was a fun sale. It was fun to do. I try to go back. I rarely get a chance to go back and read all of the comments. So if there's things that I have to know, if you'll email those to me. I don't respond to every email. I wish that I could, but I get so many. I try, but I know some, but I do read them. So if you're telling me to look out for a particular thing, I will look out for that particular thing. And I do try to respond to some of the emails, but I just can't get to all of them. And I hope that you'll understand. Okay, so what I want to do, I guess what I wanted to do now is to show you this piece of Loetz glass. Now, Loetz, of course, hey, a lot of you already know about the Loetz glass company, but this is an Austrian. You'll sometimes see Bohemia, later Czechoslovakia, but Austrian, Loetz, probably the number one, well, I don't want to say number one, but known for their gorgeous Art Nouveau glass from the 1900 period. Loetz is funny because as you get up into the 30s, they continued, I think, until 1939 when Germany invaded Poland, and then, Europe just collapsed. But there was a fire, but they did have bankruptcy. Loetz struggled transitioning from Art Nouveau to Art Deco. And their Art Nouveau glass is what they're known for. This is just a small vase in what's called the oceanic finish. And it'll come in different forms. This piece is crystal. It is clear. Now, when you look on the inside of this glass, it has a polished pontil. It is completely clear. And a lot of Loetz glass is not signed. So don't flip out if you go, well, is it signed? Is it signed? No, it doesn't have to be. A lot of the Loetz that was exported to the US got signed. Some of the scholarship says that there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of rhyme or reason whether the pieces got signed or not. But on this particular piece, it is not signed, and quite often Loetz glass is not signed. But it is clear, and the oceanic pattern, the glass was gathered and it was rolled. The clear glass blob is rolled in granule blue and green chips of glass. And that's where you get this blue and green. It's supposed to look like underwater, and then it's iridized. This dates to this was introduced in 1904. And in fact, that same year, the Loetz glass, which is art glass, they won an award at the St. Louis World's Fair. You know, there was the World's Fair in 1904. So this glass was exhibited at the 1904 World's Fair, and you could have bought a piece of it there. It's sought after, the way Tiffany is. And this is the second piece of Loetz that I've actually found, as I say, out in the wild. And I was delighted to find this piece from introduced in 1904. And there'll be different sizes, there'll be different forms, but it was all blown. As I said, the pontals were polished, and very often it's not signed. Am I keeping it? Well, you know, I'm going to play with it for a little while and then I'll sell it. I'm in the business. Yep. Thank you for asking, but I probably will. Loetz, an Austrian, very, very, very Art Nouveau. And it does look like you're under the ocean, doesn't it? That's why they called it oceanic, that particular. And when you look at it up close, you'll see the blue, the little tiny blue and the little green dots of glass. And then they used a type of a tool, like a comb, to stretch it while it was hot and put these ripples in it. And all the little blue and the green dots are in there. I was absolutely thrilled beyond imagine when I found it. And I just found it a few days ago. Okay, so I've rambled on about that. The other piece that I found was not a shade. It was a vase similar to this, much, much smaller. And I bought it at a yard sale for $1. And I sold it years ago for about, what did I sell that? It was about $1,500 I sold that for. But that was way back before I did this. I was just doing eBay as a fun thing. So that's it. So I just wanted to show you that. What year is it from? 1904 is the year that this was introduced. And Loetz went out of business, I believe, in 1939. But they wouldn't, I don't know how many years this was in production. I don't have a Loetz book. Well, I do. I have books that have that has information about Loetz in it, but I don't know how long. I wouldn't guess that this would have been made much past the Art Nouveau era, because it wouldn't really have been in style by the time you get into the 1920s. This would have been out of style. Do some. Oh, I'm trying to get my eyes. Yeah, isn't it pretty? I was thrilled when I found it. I wish I could travel to some World's Fairs. Oh, you have a book, Jenny? Jenny, when you look in your book, if you look up oceanic, you'll find the different pieces that have this wonderful color. Oh, I did change the china closet. Yeah, I'll talk about that some other time. I know you can't really see it in the chair. I guess that's it. I was going to show you something else, but it's getting late. So I guess I can show you something else I picked up the last time I was at my mother's house. We don't have to go through that now. Thank you. I appreciate that, Randy. Thank you so much. It seems odd now whether it's just me. I'm used to having David here to chat with me. Okay, I will not forget the cordials. I will start digging them out of the basement. We'll get a collection of them together. It is desert rose, yeah. I actually put, yeah, I finally took out the red and white transferware, the blue willow, the red willow. I thought, well, that was in there since Christmas. I took all of that out, and I wanted something for summer. So you've never actually seen me put the desert rose. I mean, everybody knows Franciscan desert rose, my gosh. And I've got a place setting for 4 cups, saucers, cream, sugar, plates, all that kind of stuff. I'll show you that some other time. I wanted to change out the china closet for the summer season and have it look a little bit different. But I didn't make a video of it. I haven't really done very many videos in the last 10 days. I know. It's a lot of work to get everything together. And when I do videos, I don't like to just turn the camera on and just throw the footage out raw. I mean, I like to do the research and add the music and do the editing. I like to put out a nice, as polished of a product as I can, even though there's nobody here working on it but me. So it can, sometimes you just step back from it. And we had such nice weather that I wanted to spend some time working on the porch and doing some other things. I spent the day at my parents' house the other day, and we did this, that, and the third around the house, which was a lot of fun. And I can't believe that Monday is Memorial Day. I hope that even if you're having picnics and whatnot, or cookouts, you'll be able to tune in next Monday night, Memorial Day. It seems just bizarre that it's here. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you the next time. I think I have made all the announcements that I need to make. Good night, all. Be safe, and I will be putting items in that eBay store this week. So I hope you'll check that out. Good night, all. Good night.